Hey everybody, this is your pal Hops and Scotch, starting this episode with maybe a need of a set of tweezers. I went locally foraging, and usually it doesn't hurt that bad, but oh, that's a mean spike. I think we're just going to run with that one in for this. Because I don't have tweezers down here anymore. Oh, does that hurt? I've went foraging for Obtunia cactus, and some Obtunia cactuses are more forgiving than others. So I think we're gonna progress to this fancy clip here. But I thought I had all these ones off the top here, and I do, I think. It appears to be that way, but I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna deal with stabbing. So apparently a tortoise's mouth is unfazed by these spikes to a certain degree. Here in Alberta, we have like Texas desert of sorts. I am in the Canadian Badlands here in the southeast corner of Alberta. There is our cactuses and our tumbleweeds are real. It is unforgiving. So what I did here to this one here is I went after a few. I found when I went digging through the unforgiving cactus spikes, I found a few Obtunia cactuses that were in flower as well, that I'll be uploading to the Facebook group if you check it out, Natural Forest Keepers Canada. And also I'll be making a short of feeding this as well. You'll have to check it out. But burning off the spikes seems to work pretty well. The ones that were in flower, the spikes that were near them were so aggressive I didn't dare do it with gloves. And don't do it with gloves that you like. Last year I wrecked a pair of my favorite gloves. So I'm going to re-pick there. Oh, that's where those spikes were that were getting me. They're just singeing off there. I don't think you could burn the outside of this actually. I know Dash loved this stuff. She's an unfussy gal. We love her so. So I think I'm going to dump out the hatchlings food dish and then toss that in for the adults. But we have this set up here pre-ready for future hatchlings that we have coming. I cannot wait. T-minus 30 some odd days. I'll just dig up the old trusty scissor. A scissor is probably one of my favorite tools, whether it be for opening tortoise products or the occasional tort poop scoop. As long as the blades stay outwards, I think it's clean if I wash my hands after, is my motto. So this Obtunia cactus here, you can find Obtunia cactus worldwide, but even in some places, supposedly, you can find it in supermarkets and all sorts of things. So I'll start by cutting up the adults first, and then I think the last bit I'll just finely chop for the babies so that they get a taste of this. Look at that. I'll see if I can get that. Can I get that shot of the? Look at the stringiness. So too much of this would cause diarrhea. I don't know if that. Oh, that does show the stringiness. Too much of this would cause diarrhea, but this is something that I'm only gonna feed once, twice a summer maybe. It's a moderate. It's a occasional a feed. They say some famous YouTubers would say, oh, it's good for hydration. Sir. No, succulents and things like this they might wet your mouth, but they're going to dehydrate you because you are going to get the Saskatchewan squirts. You're going to be squatting behind a tumbleweed. Sir, stop feeding your tortoise fruits. Just stop. Just stop it. Like, I know you might get the idea, but just stop it. A buddy of mine will always do that to me. My fingers, the words of that little lady in an Adam Sandler movie, and she's, my fingers hurt. Well, my fingers really hurt. And I gotta pick that one out. I gotta deal with this just real quick. Just stay with me here. Oh, miserable. So we're gonna chop this up fine, and we'll feed these babies. I want just them to have the finer stuff and get them something to beat up. The jade plants, aloe veras, those things are usually what I feed in the winter time because I just simply have nothing else readily available and fresh. So I'm gonna do this differently actually, so I want that for the adults. Pardon me. Everything gets a little dirty, but they don't mind a little dirt in their mouth. That is why topsoil is the best substrate, because it passes right through the system and actually would, if anything, clean their intestines. It would not cause any blockages or impactions. This will be enough for the babies, I feel like. Less is more when it comes to succulents. Less is more. So between the 3 adults, this is treat day. People always go, oh, I gave my tortoise this. Oh, well, tomato, it's only a treat. No, just don't. Just stop it. Today's episode's description should be, stop it. So we're going to give this dash be in there like a dirty shirt. But I want March to hit that first. Oh, we got a poopses. Quick little poopses there. We're going to just raw hand that puppy. And that's why I always recommend getting a foot lifting stool. And we'll see, I'm sure, oh, there comes Scooter. And Dash is only sunning right now, only due to, I don't know. So this is second feeding of the day. First feeding of the day was plantain and leftover wild violas. So I'm just glad Marge is getting a nibble of that. I want that gal to put on weight to catch up with them other 2 thick pigs. I just want some thick girls around here, to be honest with you. Like Scooter is a big fan of thick women. There's no doubt. So right off the get-go, Wild Forage Opportunity Cactus is a big fan by March. March is a tortoise that was spoiled on fruit, and so many people are like, oh, my tortoise, it won't eat weeds, it won't eat flowers. Just put it in front of it 3 days in a row, they'll eat it. I find tortoises, they don't need to be babied. They are truly the finest pet if they're treated like kind of like a saltwater fish tank, just to be truly appreciated in their own element, and not to be messed with too much. Look at this, we got a tortoise fight here. So with that, we should continue on, and we are going to introduce this little bit here. Where are these 3? So we'll find one. Here's a quick one. I like to dig out the smallest ones first. I always want the smallies to eat first. And then, oh, gotta climb up. I need a tortoise ladder. So we'll dig out this one. And I think I'm just gonna leave Digger alone because Digger is getting thick. And Digger needs no introduction to food. Oops, oops, oops. So these 3, I'm sure shocking them. Oops, that lighter for the cactuses is, we'll let that dry out. Oops. Put the clip away. I'd love to see these little babies eat that, but maybe I didn't cut it up fine enough. I'm just waking them up, so who knows? Oh, we got a nibble. Crikey. I hope all 3 of these are Sheila's. So just like that, you can tell none of these have had opportunity cactus before. Oh, here comes Digger. Dun 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 dun. Digger is I'd say a year older than these 3 hatchlings from a separate creep, from a separate breeder. That I'm gonna use the word rescued because I found this tortoise in a small glass box. It was like a betta fish in a cup. I tell you what, it just didn't have enough space, didn't have a substrate, it didn't have a suitable water dish or lighting, UVB, etc. So some of them like Optunia, some of them don't. If whatever they don't eat here, we'll get tossed in with the adults tomorrow. That's kind of my way of saving on food a little bit, is the babies are a touch fussier than the adults. The adults, it doesn't matter how much I feed them, they're still hungry. If you take a look, they're food erasers. That's simply all they do is erase things. Like, it never ceases to amaze me. And that's why I feed dried feeds. Like, if you look all around here on top of that substrate, that's excess dried feeds, that's excess forage feeds. And I pick that up on occasion. You never let anything stick around long enough to mold. So every few days I do a general full cleanse. But if it gets traipse around, I let it stay for a while. I don't find smell, so it's natural in itself. So thanks so much for tuning in on today's episode of Forage for Optunia Cactus. This is your pal Hobson Scotch, signing out.